So, let's take a look at Fragrant Garden. Now, Fragrant Garden has some amazing stuff that goes with it because it's all about fragrance. And when you look at it, it has a very mixed color palette. You can use any one of those individual colors to create your Fragrant Garden look. And so I wanted to show you that I could also go without color. Everything in this bouquet is fragrant. Okay? We have spray stuff from Esprit. We have beautiful freesia from Esprit. We have patience roses. David Austin patience roses that have an extreme fragrance. We've got eucalyptus, we have hyacinth. Everything in this bouquet has fragrance. And that's an interactive quality that so many different growers are starting to think about because they want to introduce fragrance back into our marketplace. People want flowers to smell like flowers again. One of the things that everybody always says, and you know this, when a bride picks up a bridal bouquet, the very first thing she does is put it to her nose. So there better be something in there. That gives her that treat. As a kid, we grew freesia in the greenhouse. And the best thing was, if any of you had a greenhouse, I love greenhouses at night. They're extremely scary. They're very healing. I would hide under the benches and I would grab my sister by the legs. She still talks about that today. She said, I can't walk the greenhouse at night without thinking, my brother is going to scare me. He is going to scare me at some point in time, and I would scare him. That was my thing. So, having those types of fragrances, and in the springtime, at night, inside our greenhouse, I could go in there and you could smell the freesia. Now, one of the things I always tell people, and this is a customer relation thing. What does freesia smell like? Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops. Don't you think? Yellow freesia, Fruit Loops. How long did it take you to figure that out? That's great. So Fruit Loops is that fragrance. It's a great, great, great smell for us. So with this, I wanted to introduce a couple of colors. So I went with pink. Now you're going to notice we're starting to see a different type of product that carried over from here to here. And that's the burlap. Okay? I can't tell you, when I was in Dallas this year for the market, burlap is everywhere. There is burlap ceramics, burlap ribbon, burlap pillows, burlap deer, burlap bugs, burlap, everything is burlap. Okay? And so, right now, some people are like, oh, well, I think it's all over. Okay, now I have to tell you this. They just set up that great mason jar display right back out there, okay? Now, I love this. Because you have to realize that we've produced a television show. We produce a television show on YouBloom.com. We produce a new show every week. We've produced it every week since 2006, okay? So we've got over 400 episodes that you can go to my website and you can watch shows about all sorts of different projects. You can watch it about trends, you can watch it about documentaries about flower farms, you can watch it about ribbon, you can watch it about how to make a casket sprayer, how to make a cascade saddle, and people can join the website if they want to, and which is $30 a year, okay? So it's less than $1 a week. Or you can download the shows, preview and watch them if you want to. Plus, once a month, we also show a free show. So you can come and check out the free show. What has happened over the years, which is fascinating to me? People love to share. So they will tell me just about anything. Okay? So, the important part about that is people feel compelled to tell me that they hate the mason jar trend. And they can't wait for the mason jar trend to be over. And if they get one more mason jar wedding, they're going to scream. And they're going to kill the next bride that comes into their flower shop and orders a mason jar wedding. And they post this on my public Facebook page. is it's really easy. Shut up and take the money. Shut up and take the money. Because when you look at what people want, wildflowers, okay, so you've got the magical Orangium, you've got the beautiful stock, you've got the freesia, you've got a whole array of spray roses. Spray roses are incredible. I love the value because the value of a single spray rose is actually better than a single flower itself, because it gives us so much more in the bouquet. So if you've got a piece of spray stock, a spray rose, and some of the magical Orangium in a mason jar, you have got, that's 3 placements for a fabulous centerpiece that you can mark up and sell at a very happy price tag. Okay? And one of the things I have to tell you about weddings, and those of you who are taking a class tomorrow, we're going to talk about weddings a little bit, but I do have to tell you this. I hate weddings. I hate weddings because I hate brides and I hate their mothers. It's very simple. I don't like to do weddings, and so I just continue to raise my price so they won't come to me. It's perfect. Okay? We'll talk more about that tomorrow, but you have to know that. And what I don't understand is, if I really hate doing something, I simply raise the price. Great, because then you make more money. Okay? And one of the things I have to tell you is, it's not against the law, and it's not bad for you to make money. Okay? And that's something that we're going to go over in depth tomorrow in the class, because it is something that I try to work with. We're going to talk a little bit about care and handling. We're going to make a bridesmaid's bouquet. We're going to make a bridal bouquet. And we're going to talk to you about making money, because that's what you need to do. Now, with Fragrant Garden, you'll notice that I got burlap. I've got these great burlap cases up here. I have watering cans. I have these precious little milk glass containers that are adorable. And somebody, that was so funny the other day, they said, they want, my bride wants me to source some of these for as antiques. Perfect. Tear off the price tag. Because I have a secret for you. These were cast from the original antique. And the original pieces that they bought online were actually like $30, $40, $60, $70 per container. So these were cast from actual antiques. Turn off the price tag. Tell them it's an antique. Charge them more. I don't care. Alright? I'll do whatever you want me to do if you're going to make me do your wedding. Alright? So, now, I love these 2 carnation colors. One of the things I want you to take a peek at back there, though, my favorite product, I can't say that, it's really hard for me to speak because I have so many favorite products. I'm going to say that a lot tonight. One of my very, very first AIP seminars, there were 2 fabulous designers. Clark Herman was one of them. He was on stage, and Julie Williamson, and they were doing a program about Tuzzy Muzzies. And they had the Smithsonian collection of Tuzzy Muzzies. They were insured for like $400,000 or something to have these. And Julie was taking down and saying, "This one's my favorite." And then she went to the next one. "Not Clark, I think this one's my favorite." And truly, by the end of it, they're like, "Okay, Julie, we get it. They're all your favorite." She said, "It's true." So I'm sorry, I apologize. I have a lot of favorites there. But one of my favorites are the new Claro carnations. You're going to see them in a collection back there. They're clear colored carnations. Now, I have to tell you something else about Esprit that's a very, very cool thing. Chris Martindale is the owner of Esprit. There are very few people in our industry that I truly believe are visionaries. They are people who actually can see into the future and see where things are going. I am not one of those people. I react really well to trends, and I can tell you how to promote and market the heck out of something. But I am not a visionary. Chris is a visionary. And she sees things many times 3 to 4 years before someone else does. Now, the other thing about Esprit that I love, and when we're talking about local and sustainable and things like that, eco-green, I want to tell you an eco-green kind of cool thing about Esprit. It's a certified woman-owned company. There are very few of those. So that it is a certified woman company run by women. Okay? So that's really, really important because they have great taste. And Chris said to me, "I hate variegated colored carnations." hate striped carnations. I hate carnations that are two colors. They look like scrambled eggs to me. That's what she used to say to me. And I was like, okay. And she said, I want to look at a bucket of carnations and envision that it's like an Italian gelato stand. And I'm looking at all of those different colors and different flavors of solid, beautiful, saturated colors. And that's what Clairol carnations are. So when you look at it, you can obviously see the pistachio one. You can see the lemon ice. You can see the apricot. And so now today, two new ones. Caramel, and this little guy right here is called Overture. Okay? Matched my shirt perfect, didn't they? So that was very nice. I grew up in carnations, right? That's awesome. Now, okay, so how do you remember Overture? For those of you who are my age. Remember Bugs Bunny? Overture, it lies, this is it, you're not sure. Okay? So now you'll never forget. Overture. Alright? So we've got that. Now, you'll notice that I also lined up here, and I wanted to bring your attention to this little gem. Because again, the people who share online with me love to share with me that they hate carnations. Okay? I hate carnations. I hate the J. I don't care if you like Clairol carnations. I hate carnations. Okay? And then you whip out something like this. And they're like, oh, that's really pretty. Now, I have brides too who will come in and they'll say, and say, you can use anything you want for carnations. And then I'm like, oh, look at this. Isn't this cool? And they're like, yeah, I love that. That's wonderful. You can't have this. It's a carnation. I don't want to do the wedding anymore, right? Okay. So, these little guys, I have a look here, are called Ticino. The name I like is people refer to them as feather spray dianas. Because they look like little feathers. They're adorable. And they last a long, long, long time. Okay? The bunches that you see back there tonight, I'll let you pass that around, are 25-stem bunches. But generally the bunch you're going to get is going to be a 10-stem bunch. Okay? So I just want you to, but they ordered the 25s for you tonight to see how big they are. But you're normally going to order them in 10 stem sizes. Now, you're also going to notice that this look starts to have a antique type look. I just got sent this the other day. It's a brand new lace that's brand new on the market, and I wanted to show it to you tonight just to kind of let you see what it looks like. But so many of the ribbon companies are working on creating a lace that's very, very durable. This is actually a pressed plastic. So it's made like tulle. Alright? The old tulle we used to have. But it looks like lace. So they can keep the price down. But now, look at how great that looks with the caramel. Look at how great it looks with this. And when we start to add this to burlap, that's a whole other look that you're going to get. So here, I use a little pin where they've got the burlap over the top of the lace. Or we're noticing now that burlap has writing on it, so that it's going to be more of have a French impressionistic piece to it. Now, I love this too, this regular box. It no longer shuts because I built it in there. But it has yardsticks on the front, okay? And the yardsticks are adorable. And so then there's moss down inside there, okay? And then I love it. Oh, I have these two little stakes back here. Pull it open for me. Look at the little yardsticks say J on it. That's why I really loved it, so I use it. So it looks great, okay? But it's a fun way for us to look at those. And what I did was I put a container down inside. I just used a couple of little tire containers, the ones that are made with the tires, and put those down inside there. And then put those to hold up there. Now, I have one more piece that I think is going to look really great in that one. Now, this has the Overture